All I've thought about since Thursday is getting back and messing about with these new animations. It's such a simple change. But it's Monday. A fresh week. There's not many weeks left until the Worm Olympics as well. I guess, shall we start to work out a month for the Worm Olympics? Maybe we do. Not a month, a week. Maybe the Worm Olympics starts on the 24th? What do you reckon? Should have thought about this before. Salty, Kitten, Azar, Bear. Welcome to the stream. No, you don't need to get pitchforks and torches ready. I've not even said anything yet. I've not even appeared on screen. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Did everyone have a good weekend? The Oranges won golf on Friday, which means that the Oranges took plus 2 points from last week. But I've got my thing open to do my... I said, oh fucking hell, I've turned the screen... Ah, it's all going wrong. One of them streams already. Mind right, good work on a 100 streak. Getting ready to leave Indianapolis. Gen Con 2026 is over, and other than the weather issues, it was amazing. Good shit, Mind right. I hope you have a good, safe journey back. Why, what was the weather doing? Rainy or smelly? Alright then, you two. Name one offence that I've committed so far on today. I've been in bed for most of it. Right, Perseverance Mills. Astrid as... Oh god, there's a Mecha Chameleon update downloading. Let me stop that. Stop. Perseverance Mills. Astrid has finally arrived, and having met her contact that wanted her to bring her the cure for whatever's going wrong at Perseverance Mills, her contact was very sad to hear that she doesn't have the hard case because that's still in Mackenzie's hands. And as we last saw him leaving Blackrock... Yeah, I wonder if we switch to Mackenzie and you play as both in this. I never thought about that. But yeah, she does not have the hard case. So, to try and work out why people are losing their minds and wandering out into the snow, we have set off to go and find the missing doctor and the missing police constable to try and at least work out what we can do to help until Mackenzie gets here. I set off into their last known location, which is a kind of, like, wilderness area nearby the little town of Perseverance Mills, and immediately got distracted by hunting, which is not the worst thing in the world, right? Because hunting early means we've got all our stuff cured early and we can make the good gear early, therefore, you know what I mean? So that's what we're going to do. Got everything unpacked and did fuck all after that. It was a good weekend. Are you finally moved in, feeling like you fully moved in, Bear? You're not going to do that thing where you live just with 1,000 boxes everywhere, right? You haven't made an effort to right the wrongs committed by the British Empire yet today. Oh god, have I not paid my reparations? Hello, game, are we going to load? Taking its sweet time. It loaded before. There was a severe storm and tornado warning on Saturday evening. One of the tornado shelters had to be evacuated because it started flooding. A tornado? What? The flooding was that bad? Hopefully you didn't encounter much of it, Marnrat. Sothan, good morning as well. I feel like I've been talking to Sothan all morning, but I've just been editing best of footage. Right, we are holed up in... Where am I? Oh yeah, we're in a shed to the north. I came to this zone because this is the zone that it told me to search for the doctor and for the police constable so we can help these poor bastards. And as it stands, I can't see any of them.
Shite hawk.
You're a shite hawk. Shite hawk moth. Gwynblade, good afternoon, and thank you for 98 months of Prime. 2 more months and that's 10 years, right? Gwynblade, I appreciate the sub. Can't find any pitchforks and torch emotes, so that's going to have to work. Don't buy anything from Mina, she rips you off. Right, so we're going to have to just search around here because it doesn't seem to be that heavy on, like, quest markers or anything, because the last episode was a bit too heavy. So, I guess we just fully explore this area and see what we can find. I'm interested now. I wonder if... Oh yeah, it's the blizzard. I forgot there's a fucking blizzard. Which is annoying, really. Because... Where was that? Where's that lake with the moose? Down here or something, right? There was a moose carcass down there, and I have so much food. There is a cave that I've not yet explored, so maybe we'll make our way towards that to start off with. I don't know. I've got little turtles on them, she pierced them herself. Yeah, if I do it in a video game, I'm in trouble apparently. Alright, it is super cold. What am I like for food? Okay, we've got a lot of like dried food and stuff, but not a great deal of... Look, you can actually see the gear you're wearing now instead of... I'm so happy. Luckily she's in Germany right now, Salty, so she can't fulfill your orders. It was fishing gear. I mean, I could fish for some food, I suppose, but it feels a bit wasteful. And it's too cold to travel anywhere. You know what I might do? We'll just have a bit of a rest in here and see if we can wait the storm out. Then we'll go check that cave and see if there's any signs of a good doctor. First off, though, before we get started, let's eat. What have we got? A lot of cattails, which will come as a surprise to nobody that's watched me play this game for longer than 5 minutes. Did I get a can opener? I don't know if I did. I've got 2. Alright, I'm going to drop one of them. And we'll have some dog food to start the stream off. Perfect. Coffeeton, good afternoon. There you go. I was trying to make a little freezer stash of chocolate chip Biscoff cookies, but I made the batter a little too wet, so you've got a full batch of cookies to eat through. Oh no! Crying shame! Right, there we go. Do I have no water? I actually don't have any water, and I can't cook in this little shed, and it's too windy outside to make a fire. Unless... I've got no sticks. I think I just rushed here, didn't I, at the end of the last stream, which was silly. So what we'll do, I think, is we'll wait for an hour. Should have slept for an... Actually, the sun's about to go down. Maybe we just hold up in here for a bit. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sleep for 12 hours. We'll burn through some calories, but we'll be fine. We'll be thirsty as shit in the morning. They are what I believe the internet calls now boneless. Boneless what? Cookies? How does that work? Right, let's have... I might drink all of these cans of pop. I think I've got loads of water back in that shed near the Moose Lake, or whatever we'll call it. Bepe Lake. There you go, good word. I saved you the effort. Alright, then let's sleep for a little bit longer. I do kind of want to focus hunting today, you know. Because if I can get all of the hides and all of the guts and everything early, maybe we'll, like, hunt our way across the map to this cave and stuff. Alright, there we go. Is it maybe warm enough to start a fire just so I can boil a tiny bit of water before we set off? You take the cookies and remove the bones. It's not that difficult to understand. Do you get the hides and the guts as well when you're deboning these things? Alright, it's a beautiful morning. I'm happy. I'm so happy just knowing that there's... that I can see my armour that I'm wearing. It's the best. Okay, it is still really cold. See, this is why I think I need to start focusing on getting this this clothing early. Because the weather, even when it's not cold, it's really fucking cold in this place. Because they're super soft and gooey, that's now called boneless. I guess it makes sense. Oh, I can't even... I was going to get some firewood so I could make some water, but I need a hatchet, don't I? Alright, let's check every building for a hatchet. Boneless makes sense, right? If they're really gooey and sloppy. It's the opposite of rigid, which in meat terms is boneless. The guts are tough and sinewy. I like the word sinewy. It feels like it doesn't properly qualify as a word. Like it's It's a weak word, but I like it for some reason. God, it's cold. You know what that means? I need to hunt some rabbits. Speaking of which, before I leave here, do I have any hides that I should be... No. Right, let's go head towards this cave. I might be able to warm up in there, and then if I can find enough firewood and stuff while I'm in there, we can make a little fire. So, is it likely that the doctor has gone and died in a cave? Because this place really is fucked if their only medical professional, aside from myself, is dead in a hole. Sloppy, yeah. Sloppy's not the correct word for it, but... I'm sure you don't need me to crack my thesaurus out, kitten, to explain that one. Ah, fucking wolves. We've not seen any timber wolves yet on this map, so I'm happy. In that regard, at least. We keep collecting sticks. How do you reckon you approach this cave? Is that maybe from the south or the north? I'm going to have to make a strong decision early. I'm not having a recipe and tossing shit in a bowl on vibes. They turned out pretty good. You did it blind, kitten, is what you did. Tried calling him that, but he just started to pretend he didn't know you. Oh, and you tried to call me sloppy? Oh, you mean him from Scumface? Blind bake through, yeah. Remember when you wasn't allowed to say... well, they started to suggest it was during that, like, 2020 period where we all went and... where they started to try and say that you wasn't allowed to say blind in reference to a blind playthrough on Twitch because of the partially sighted. I know, so then I picked up on it and corrected it, and then you went and said that straight after. Shit. Vibes and years of experience, I assume. If I'd tried to make it, I doubt it'd be edible. You'd eat it anyway and be proud. Is that a human corpse or a deer? If it's a deer, it's a free hide, and I'm taking it. It's a deer. Who's hurt you, little man? I almost don't want to skin the fucking thing, because skinning stuff now... Here's the cave. Skinning stuff now is disgusting. Because they've got proper animations for skinning. Excuse you, they're people experiencing partially sightedness. Please be better. I don't know how to be better. There's a fire in here as well. What's that? Is that a hide? Oh, hunting knife. Good. And a bedroll. I'm having all of this. Lovely. Let's get this. No, actually, I don't want to start a fire here, do I? I want to start a fire. If I could start the fire with this torch, that would save me a match. So blur, be quick. Quick before it goes out. Dougie, good morning. Knowing the basic building blocks is a huge leg up. Why's Towns kicking you? For those that weren't here last week, watch this. I think this is excellent. Give me a sec. I actually might need to go get a few more sticks before I can showcase it.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
Oh, we might be alright, actually. Hang on. I've got a hunting knife, but not a hatchet. Let me just go and make sure there's no more sticks around here that I can use to power this fire. Not a lot of anything around here. Alright, watch this. They've added now, amongst a few other like incredibly cool immersive visual stuff, they've added an animation for skinning now, instead of just that little line. Watch this. Take the meat, and I might just take the hide, actually. Watch this now. It feels so much more personal in a weird way. I'll take the guts. Actually, I might not have time on the fire to take the guts. 43 minutes. Actually, if I find some water purification tablets, I wouldn't mind using them this time. Right, let's put a couple of half litres on. 500 ml. Then let me just go quickly check if I can find any sticks. Called them short. Yeah, it's got the sound and everything as well. It, like, again, I was saying last week, I think this game, it's kind of very environmentally conscious, isn't it, this game? It feels like a bit like that's like Subnautica model where it seems to be responsible in its portrayal. And I think it's kind of important if that's your design strategy to make players aware of just what goes into this stuff. And I know it's not exactly blood and guts flying all over the screen, but it is a nice reminder that there's a real, like a visceral aspect to this kind of survival. It feels rather responsible. I've got to check under these trees for sticks. Didn't find the video of the tornado shelter flooding, but here's a link to the manhole cover being forced up by the massive pressure build-up underneath it. Shit, got to that level. Have to watch that after, mind, right? Yeah, I'm kind of worried that I didn't find a great deal of sticks here. I wouldn't mind the guts as well from this. Then again, I got a shitload of guts, didn't I, from that moose. Yeah, for those that weren't here on Thursday, I killed a moose in the dumbest way possible. Turns out they've got very weak skulls. Reeps, good afternoon. You changed back to your original colour. I recognise him anywhere. I don't want my fire to have gone out, so I might actually sprint a little bit. That's fine. Got to shut down the laptop and get on the road. I'll try and pull over. Full respect. Mind right, safe journey. Right, so my water is going to be... Yeah, I can take that now. There is 38 minutes left on it, so water... 17 minutes until... I don't know if I'll be able to actually get that, but it's fine. So with 36 minutes, do I have enough to get the guts? Yeah. Is it faster with the hunting? Oh, much faster with the hunting knife. Yeah, look, new animations. God, I'm so impressed with this 5th outing for the Long Darkest Top. I'm going to put these guts in here. Somebody name this cave. Quickly before Gwynblade does. Chaz's Cave, okay. Alright, so... It would be... Chaz Cave. Guts times 2. Why am I worried about guts when I've got 20 in that Moose Lake hut? But now I need to keep track of where all this stuff is, so when it gets to crafting time, I can come back and collect all my resources. Wish I had an extra stick for this. Good. Alright, boiled ourselves some water. I'm going to sit here for a second. Well, I'll have a quick drink. Then I think I need to plan where to search next. Like, the mission... It's a mission. Find the constable along the river in Perseverance. Oh, it says along the river. I didn't realise it said along the river. Okay, well then I guess we'll... search along the river. Slightly low energy today, so if you're wondering what's... if I start to get a bit distant, you know why. I'll try and supplement it with coffee. Not supplement, what's the word? Counteract it. Okay, as that fire burns out, I am going to... I'm going to drop this can. Drop that torch, that's fucked. Drop those 2 cans. I'm a bit worried, you know, because I usually like to have a load of torches to walk around with, but I couldn't find the firewood. Let's go search for the good doctor, or police officer. Doctor or constable? Yeah, let's go find the policeman. He might have some clues as to where the doctor's gone. In fact, do I have any flares? Yeah. Let's walk around like this instead. I do love, and well, you can see it now, look. I'm so impressed that when you change your gloves, you can actually see them on the character model. It's such a simple thing, but I like it. Also, I don't know, was it you last week, Azar, that was mentioning this, and it made me think, it's kind of strange that this new episode has all these new animations and all these new clothing, like, visual stuff, and all this immersive features, but hasn't ported them backwards into the main game. It was born by the river. Well, somebody's died by it, it seems now. Let's search the west. God, that is a fast-flowing river. Look at that. Christ, if Boyo fell in there, we're not seeing him ever again. It really is moving. I was wondering about that. It's weird, isn't it? There must be some infrastructure thing with the client or whatever where it's hard to do it backwards, but... Oh, did he try and drive north, maybe? No, don't light that. I didn't mean to light it. I meant to open the... Fuck. Is this his car? I don't know what I just got there. I think it was a noisemaker. It's moving like space travel. They are the same engine, yeah, but I just wonder why. There might be some slight difference or something that's making, because this just came out, it difficult. He's trying to defrost the windscreen. Imagine the air quality in there with this thing roaring away. Right, I can hear wolves over here, but I don't know if they're on the other side of the river, so I might as well take full advantage of this torch now I've accidentally popped it. Yeah, there we go. They're on this side. Can I spook you, good sir, like this? Okay. That's interesting. I wonder if a torch and aiming the gun is enough. Like, I wonder if aiming the gun is a threat. Let's try that now, there's another one. Sir, first, I'd like you to have that. That's not a gun stubber. And then this. Is there a mechanic there? So I wonder if an animal's fear level is affected by stuff like torches and light, but also by whether or not you look like a threat. But would a wild wolf know that it's having a weapon aimed at it? Look. See that? I put the torch away so it wouldn't... So I would put the gun away so I wouldn't end up firing one into the floor. Killed so many of his friends, so probably... Is that a corpse? Is that a human corpse near that jetty? I think it might be, but how the hell am I going to cross this river? Because I can't cross over by that bridge. Although I never actually looked. Maybe you can actually walk across that bridge. You just can't drive across it. It's a rock. Just get slops to kill it. Well, I guess we'll try and cross here and see what happens, but it doesn't look the most crossable. I'll go all the way to the south of the river just so we can check everything. This is keeping us busy while the pelts are curing, if naught else. Shit, did I drop that hide? Did I even loot the hide? I've got it on me, haven't I? Yeah, alright, I need to go take this to the Moose Hide Lake, whatever it's called. Moose Lake Cabin, that we called it. Plus I can eat and stuff there, because obviously we've got 4 tons of moose meat. Call it Duet. I don't understand the reference. Hang on, where was that fucking bridge thing that I was trying to get across? The fog's rolled in and I've lost it. It was back here. Was it here? Yeah. It doesn't look like something I can cross. I don't fancy a jump puzzle. It's not a rock, it's a boulder. We don't use the word rock or boulder over here. Well, we didn't pre-internet. Everything was a stone or a big stone. I'm going to have to go back to the bridge in the north, aren't I? That's frustrating. Shall I just nip back to Moose Lake Cabin? I think I might, given those wolves are feisty over there. It's a reference to Dwayne Sleep, who started clothing brand Red or Dead and is therefore a video game. Oh. That was kind of esoteric, that reach, I respect it. Can I do it with a stone, imagine? No way have I been able to chase. Did you see that? So even just aiming a stone is enough to scare a wolf. I assume the torch was a large part of that. That's mad. Hang on, I'm going to make a fire and get a bunch of normal torches. That's what I'm saying, Coffeeton. Yeah, the flare often isn't enough to scare them, but with the gun before, I threw the flare at the feet of the wolf, and it wasn't moving, and then when I aimed the gun, then it ran. But I threw the flare at the feet of that one, and then aimed a torch. Sorry, a stone, and it ran, so I don't even need to have the gun out. Okay, this is big deer country, so I assume we're safe from wolves. I really wish I could break those sticks down, but I need a hatchet for it, and I don't have one. I messed up the reference anyway, I'll try it again. It's not a boulder, it's a rock. Problem is now though, Salty, you're going to have to explain the reference to me. Tried to back you up, Salty, but I can't say the P word. It is true, Kitten ended up with it. Kitten did some big reference or something and it auto mod chopped it from what I could see. Oh. Alright, let's keep collecting sticks. We'll head back over to Cabin Lake. Sothan wrote, Kitten, would you believe Sothan wrote almost identical to what you posted? And both of you have been auto-modded. I almost want to show you what I see in there. That's creepy. There you go, and as I fixed it. How is everybody my age fully knowledgeable on SpongeBob and still watches it to this day, yet I somehow missed it? Was it just not on our fucking telly or something? Windblade, you'll have been significantly too old for it, right? I've always thought that I was maybe just like... Oh shit, I'm going the wrong way. I'm not your age. You're the same generation. What are you, 4 years younger, I think? That might be it then, I suppose. Alright, start a fire here. I'm a bit worried about Moose Lake. I wonder if the wolves are back. Papers are really good for this, are they? No. Yeah, I mean, do you have SpongeBob references, Reeps? Then again, I don't know how old you are. You might be a couple of years younger in the catchment area. A little brother and a sister.
Come on.
What's Cat's excuse? Not that you need an excuse, but you know what I mean.
Perfect.
Younger than Wallace and Gromit only. I mean, there's a lot of that. I remember the Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon channels being on Sky, but I don't think those things are really that well known, despite our respective ages. Yeah, I know. I feel like, cartoons-wise, the stuff that was on normal telly for us was enough to fill that, like, 10-minute window between coming home from school and fucking off out, right? I suspect you were just a little early for... Early or late, you mean? Just slightly too old for it, maybe. It does look... I can see why people are very much into it in terms of kids' telly. It's usually rubbish, so when something good comes along, I fully understand. I don't... It's like Gwynblade says, though, like, unless people had what we called satellite TV, which I suppose is called cable over there, you just didn't have access to anything other than the stuff made within this country. Shaggy Dan, good morning. I adopted a bonded pair of 5-month-old male cats on Friday, orange and grey. The orange has the brain cell and 7-foot has one brain cell and a 7-foot vertical leap, while the grey thinks he's a pro Fortnite gamer and chases the mouse around the screen. That'll keep you young and fresh, Shaggy Dan. It sounds like you've got a challenge on your hands there. Shaggy Dan, good morning. And good work adopted as well. That's it, yeah, exactly, like Gwynblade says. Maybe we just didn't have access to it. Early is in a little old for the time it was airing. Yes, I see what it means. So I'd aged out of cartoons a little early. Yeah, I see what you're saying now, yeah. Started airing in 99 and I imagine didn't really start getting super popular until a year later when you were already a teenager. Yeah, maybe a big mix of all of the above. But since I've got into streaming, I've started to realise that it seems to be this, like, cultural dead zone that blind spot. He was watching The Bill at 8. Well, back in them days, if you happened to just go for a long shit after school, you missed all the kids' telly and you had to watch The Bill and Neighbours and all of that stuff. Alright. Let's go put these hides down. I should have kept the guts thinking about it, but it's fine. Moose. Look at this, by the way, for those that weren't here last week. Look at the state of this. We have... Is that all gone mouldy? That's fine, though. You can cook it, right? This torch is about to go out. These guts are curing. The moose hide is curing. The deer hide is curing. Good. That's 2 deer hide. I could do with moose hide as well, couldn't I? But I think I've got a couple of deer hides curing back at Perseverance Mills. Eat these crackers while we're here. Yeah, see, I was 9 and 10, then my siblings were born, and by the time I aged out of it, they were getting into it, yeah. You need to catch up on your SpongeBob episodes. I think another factor here is that I had a brother that was 6 years my senior, so all the influences on anything came from a position of 6 years my senior. Yeah, it maybe didn't translate to the UK audiences as well either. Because for right or wrong, in our house it was all Transformers and Thundercats and Ghostbusters, and by the time I was old enough, by the time I was like 12 or 13, it was all Terminator and Alien and stuff. Close Encounters, E.T. Obviously I know better now, but back then you kind of look up to your older brother, right? Power Rangers, yeah. That was always something that was just on the edge of knowledge. I tell you what, another thing as well is, at 12, 13, I just went straight into the WWF. And this is in the 90s Attitude Era as well, so it was all very, like, mature and sex and violence and stuff, thematically. Obviously, it was cover your ears, fake. So I think cartoons maybe didn't grab the attention of a teenage boy like all that stuff did. Pokemon absolute gangbusters coffee tin. That's a good example, actually. I was 11 in 1997, which is perfect for when Pokemon started to bang. But Gwynplaine, being 6 years my senior, it completely missed him. So it's all about that very specific window, right? There's a Pokemon cartoon on telly. Only when we got Sky a few years later, yeah. Satan, good afternoon. It's very cold up north. Actually, it's quite temperate in game today. But I think I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to go grab some meat from here, and I'm going to go back up to the cave in the north. Because I need to be careful on this. There's far too many wolf bites and stuff. So now I've got some cattails and we've got a little bit of food. I'm going to go back to the Moose Lake cabin. We're going to grab some meat and I'm going to have a very risky run up north. But maybe with the new stone tactic, I can get away from the wolves. And then we're going to go find the police officer again. The Pokemon game's sold out, yeah. So big. We had Pokemon and wrestling. Pokemon did a shitload of Pokemon. Still have the first season on VHS. Yeah, they marketed that to perfection. Hang on a minute, I've lost my cabbage. I hate this fog. There's the fire from most of that. My sister was 11 years older than me and introduced me to SpongeBob as far as I remember, but my father was significantly older than other parents of our kids' age, so I grew up on westerns with John Wayne and Looney Tunes and Scooby-Doo. There's a bit of that for us as well, yeah. It's less about what came out at the time. This is rancid moose meat. Is this cooked? This is food poisoning immediately, right? Ruined and mouldy. I must have cooked all this. Shit, maybe I shouldn't have cooked it all. Alright, so maybe not cooking is the best solution here. Right, let's get back to the house. On the History Channel. Pokemon used to be on CITV. Did it actually, Reeves? I don't remember it being on CITV. If it was, then there's no surprise it was massive, right? We were a big History Channel westerns and more movies house. My father was also a big westerns fan. It was a lot of John Wayne, Clint Eastwood and Kirk Douglas. Yeah, but if the History Channel wasn't just about aliens, Reeves, we wouldn't have realised that New Zealand is just a bad first attempt at Italy. I had a Pokemon shop opened up in a village nearby. It's now closed and moved to the main town because the village is a stupid place to try that shit, but they did try it. On my local Pokemon shop. My tiny village, it has a bench, a football goal that nobody uses anymore, and a Pokemon Megastore. Dad went to a local video store for 5 years looking for a war movie. The guy was on the search for it for so long. Dad ended up buying it off him for far more than for what it was worth. I bet he fucking cherished that thing, though. Other than music theory, I don't think my father and I ever really shared much of an interest. I mean, life's all about not living up to your father's hopes, right? There was a brief period where I suddenly showed massive interest in football and Gwynplaine showed massive further interest in fishing. And I bet that was the only brief window our dad was proud of us. Kevin Costner films. Close enough, kin. The History Channel is not just about aliens, they've got porn stars too. You know what somebody said the other day? What was I watching? Might have been Moist Critical or something like that, but they were saying Twitch. The only things that get talked about anymore on Twitch, on a broader scale are like IRL streams and scandals. And I wish I could comment. I wish I could credit whoever it was, but this person, who was it? They said because Twitch is now just IRL streams and scandals. It's like when MTV stopped playing music and just started playing reality telly. Before, as it was on its deathbed, right? It was such a good comparison. So many westerns are in black and white. We even watched movies that had no sound and were black and white. Movies. That's what that word means, right? How it's made. Drop frames? Yeah, possibly. So hasn't I've listened to that, but I still follow Zeke and Carnage and that, obviously. Maybe not. It's a good comparison, though, right? Come outside, absolutely. What, with Nurse Gladys Emmanuel? Alright, so I've managed to make it back here. I think I'm just going to play it safe. It's night time, we'll sleep through this. I'm going to get some sticks from breaking these down, and then we'll make fire, and I'm going to see if this meat's salvageable. Pimp my rides, yeah. I mean, all the stuff they put on it was alright, but it was a sign that what it was created for was suddenly not sustainable, and they had to pivot. Torch here too. I have a fire around here somewhere. I feel like I already had one. Man vs. Game was the first Twitch stream I really followed. I always think of him when I see Zeke. I hope he's doing well. What happened? Did you just fall out of love with streaming or something? Where's a good place to build a fire that's maybe not going to suffer from... Obviously not there. That's not going to suffer from wind. I'm actually really struggling without a hatchet now for proper firewood. Once checked out what the ASMR hype was about. Oh, you fucking moron. I felt left feeling ashamed and confused. ASMR is one of the things where 75% of the... Oh, sorry, only 25% of the human race gets the positive benefits from it.
Come on, little fire.
And the other 75 are, like, really, really put off by what they're watching. And I'm jealous that I'm put off by it, because how good would it be if you were like, if you needed to calm down, you could just watch a Twitch channel of some dumb shit and suddenly you felt better. That sounds top. Okay, I'm gonna clean this water. Not clean, boil. Oh, next killing. If you see me doing that, I've not suddenly got some nervous tick. Actually, no, I didn't want to do this, did I? Let me pick that up. I want to see if this meat is salvageable. So moose meat, game meat, mouldy is what I'm looking to cook. Cracking down on YouTube ASMR. They're cracking down on YouTube ASMR. Unwrapped. It was a bit messier than that, but I think that's the TLD. Oh, was it one of them? Say no more. I didn't understand it, to be honest. It was all the silicon ear licking. Wow, that's a difficult thing to say. I feel like you just set me some kind of crazy challenge there. Silicon ear licking. Get self-conscious telling people what I enjoyed growing up, because it feels like a lot of people my age were not watching HGTV or Food Network or stuff like that for fun. I think we have some idea of what everybody was doing at the time, and then you kind of act like they're a monolith, don't you? But I think you probably find out that everybody was watching some weird shit along with the regularly scheduled programming. Most of the stuff we had was like old. We've had this discussion mentioned a million times before, but we'd get old VHS tapes from charity shops and stuff, and it was all reruns of... Not reruns, it was all like box sets of kids' telly from like the late, like mid-60s and 70s, and it was all stuff that you would argue were classics, but it felt a bit odd when everybody was watching like Power Rangers and stuff, and you were like, yeah, but what about Watch with Mother? Ivor the Engine. Watch with Mother, exactly. Yeah, Bill and Ben. Fuck. I don't remember any of it now, though. I was thinking about what my kids are going to be telling their kids that they watched as kids. It's just non-specific shite on YouTube. Yeah. Not really anything identifiable, is there? Let's have this cut, don't we? Yeah, Watch with Mother. When we were that age, you knew the people around you, and there was two people in 30 that enjoyed the same stuff you did. Now it's just an echo chamber of 40,000 people that did the exact same stuff. Yeah. I wonder how that works. Like, do kids... Like, because you always want to stand out as a babe, though. Not stand out, but you want to feel like you're doing something interesting. Nowadays, a kid's like, oh, I'm so unique, and I'm not like other girls, because I only watch YouTube channels that have less than 1 million followers. I bet it's something like that, though. Ah, fuck, the fire went out and I left that meat on it. Shit. Let's put these down. They're cooked, though, so I suppose that meat's good, but I think if I want to store meat, I shouldn't be cooking it. Just leave it raw in the snow. Because if I cook something and then it goes mouldy, I can't cook it again, can I? You just go to your nan and granddad's and they'd have Wind in the Willows box set. Yeah. What else was there? Wind in the Willows. What's the one that had actual live action animals? That would be on like it was something Riverside Summit. What was that? It's not Animals of Farthingwood or out like that, is it? Is it? It might be. I can't remember. Love Bluey was watching it this morning. I don't have time to watch TV these days because I make dancing videos for TikTok. There we go. Right. Good. Okay, now we're full. I can actually finally go and start looking for this police officer. Food Network, History, HGTV, Animal Network, all of these channels. I knew more about adult things like houses, cooking, food and animals than other kids my age. And now we don't need any of that knowledge, right? Dogs love Bluey, it's a legit thing. What, did they put animal noises in it to shut the dog up as well, so the kids and dogs can be distracted while the parents scroll TikTok? Dads love Bluey's, yeah, they do. Slightly different in terms of
Looks like a new day is dawning.
Educational content level. Your sister was told about it, put it on her dog was instantly focused on it. It sounds like the start of like a Twilight Zone episode or something. It's made in the colours so they can see apparently, so they get really into it. It's like a toy. When you hear about programming being aimed at kids and stuff and specific like brain triggers and stuff, it sounds really malicious and terrible. But when they say it about a dog, about dogs, because it makes dogs happy, you're like, wow, that's nice of them. Okay, right, let's try and cross this bridge. If I'd have just walked over that bridge the last time I was there, I'd have saved myself so much trouble, but I've just wandered about for an hour. Although we have got some good We've got some guts curing, we've got hides curing. Learnt a new thing about torches and wolves. Which I'm still doubtful of, but it seemed to work the first time. Trim. How the fuck did that work? Trim, welcome to the stream. Turns out you picked the exact millisecond to join. Trim, thank you for 93 months. Not long now, and it's 10 years. Thank you, Trim. Don't call me that. You're not trying to raise dogs. Why? You're a millennial, you're supposed to want dogs more than kids. Tell you this much, I've never seen a dog in a pub that needed an iPad to calm down so he could eat. Oh, that's depressing. Speaking of depressing, Trim, I love you and thank you for the sub. I did want dogs more than kids, but town said no dogs, so I had to settle for kids. Somebody clip this and send it to them bairns when they get older. Can I even make it over this? Ooh, it looks one way if I do. Do I want to make it over this? Or maybe I can walk back. Are you going to let me? Ooh. No, please don't be one way. There's no other way over the fucking... Maybe I can get... Right, let's just pretend I can get back over that way. Wow, what's happened, Trim? Canning and actually cooking food from scratch using power tools and planting gardens as such, whereas my friends are all doing normal kid activities. He was learning the stuff school should teach everybody. They spend all day licking their genitals, sleeping, eating their favourite meal every day, the lucky pricks. He's got a point, you know. Yeah, now they're having TV programmes made specifically for him. Fucking four-legged privilege. I'm actually on your side, Trim, for once. Don't get used to it, but for now I'm on your side. Not been over this way yet. I don't know if there's like a T-Rex or something that's going to surprise me. I don't want to loot that thing, so I want to keep my torches in case there is a wolf turns up. He lost his balls.
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
I'm assuming not in like a medical castration capacity. So outcook and outcan many people in their 20s and 30s by the time I was 10. Outcan. Oh shit. Hello? I'm waking up after that. Yeah, but look at the life of luxury you lead. Is that a wolf eating this guy's corpse? It is. Right. Watch my new wolf trick. I think I've worked out that wolves are scared of stones and you don't even have to throw it. Right. Or he was just scared of the torch that time. But they didn't need the stone. Alright, I think we found our man. Aww. So this should be the police constable.
Some hypothermia do weird things to people, but this feels like something different.
Is he alive? Soggy note. Need to warm up. Sorry, I'm clicking all over the place. Soggy note. Grid search continues. Perez, favourite fishing cabin on the lake. Jacob, loner but new Perez. Old enemies maybe, bad blood. 2 sets of tracks. The lake and towards the shore. Old fishing cove. Wow, this one is very much not going to hold your hand. Alright, I need to write this down. Favourite fishing cabin on the lake, Jacob. 2 tracks, the lake and towards the shore. So there was somebody up by the fishing cabin on the lake. And then am I going to have to... How do I get back across the fucking... So this goes back toward the shore. Is there... I wonder if there's like a cave or something around here that gets me to another area, maybe. The fuck was that noise? What am I hearing, or why does it sound right on top of me? That's a deer. Did you hear that? It sounded like something more significant. It sounded like it was barking. Alright, I'm a bit bamboozled here. So one's over by the lake and one's closer to the shore. And then what did it say? 2 tracks go to what? Fucking hell. 2 sets of tracks, the lake and toward the shore. Old fishing cove? Question mark. There is no fishing cove. There's no way to get to the shore either. Let's follow this road. It probably does go to a new area. It sounded like a deer. Sorry, yeah, I'll rephrase. It sounded like something more than a deer. Like it was the usual deer sounds in this game don't sound like that. So it sounded like it was something different. They've maybe added new sounds to the game. You thought it was a moose. Is everybody getting ready to identify it? Okay, anything in here? Some cloth. See, I'm out of torches and stuff already and I'm really cold. Is this... Alright, I'm going to poke my nose through here and see if there's a new area. So I make home economics as a mandatory class 1 year, and I came in like I already know this crap. Just same for driver's ed. How do you know what a dog's favourite meal is? Pillow top. Alright, this is a cave in, so we're not going this way. Oh, I thought I'd cracked it then. Tell you what, let's start a fire while I'm down here. With a bit of luck with this torch. It's on 1%. This torch can make use of itself here.
Come on, little fire.
Don't tell anyone, I've got a reputation to uphold of knowing everything about anything.
Oh, lucky day.
I wouldn't worry about your reputation, Kate. It's beyond repair. The main Discord's doing backflips on your reputation right now. There's nothing you can do about it. Alright, I'm going to warm this up. And then... I've got no fucking meat, have I? Tell you what we'll do. Let's cook. Oop. They've changed the controls ever so slightly, so if I look like an idiot... It's not because I'm an idiot, it's because I hang around with idiots. Speaking of which...
What do you call a cross between a hippopotamus and something that is not a moose? A hippopotamus. Reminds me of the time Sotan stabbed the bus drivers with a set of antlers.
Not a lot of people know about that because he's not quite willing to be truthful, but it is true. Santa, welcome to the stream and thank you for 63 months. A hippopotamus. Jesus. Is that all this time to think of to find a repository of banging jokes? Some might say he did. Santa, good afternoon. I appreciate 63 months. Trim, thank you for 93 as well. Right, let's have some tomato soup to celebrate. You find me lost. So, Than, have you anything to say about this? Or it is hippopotamus. Hippopotamus. What, so you didn't even get the... This guy. Told a smelly joke, didn't even get it. Do you know what? Respect. You maybe hold yourself to a higher standard. Fuck, I'm gonna need more sticks. Sick of having to need sticks. I wanted to take some torches away from this as well. I'm actually genuinely lost. There's not a great deal of space over this side of the river though, which is good, so we'll grab some sticks and then we'll go fuck off and have a proper search. I wonder if I had to find that guy to know what I was looking for at the lake. No, it's pretty spot. Oh, good, good, good. How is there no sticks here? Long dark. Hello. Can I see some? Is that some like cedar firewood or something? Shit. Is that two of them as well? Do I have any torches? No, I've got... I'm going to need a flare for this. Fucking hell, I'm going to have to waste a flare. I suppose it's better than wasting ammo. I finally found a stick. Right, watch this. See if it does it, right? If I throw the torch, it's not scared. Okay, it is in this instance. Let's try it on this one. There's something about the aim animation that seems to be spooking stuff. You see that? I don't know what's going on. The flare does like 90% of it, but I think I can get away without shooting by just aiming something at them. And it even works with stones, oddly. Have I ever killed a wolf with a bow and arrow? I don't know. I mean, it would be a good source of meat if I needed it. While I'm searching. Says the guy with about 7 kilos of moose meat back at his cabin. Alright. I felt a little bit directionless today, I'll be honest. Okay, this is the same 2 wolves, I imagine? It sounded like there was 2. So, can I... what if I even do this? Just... I think I've discovered something here. Do you know what I bet it is? I bet there's like a fright meter on a normal wolf. Do you know like there is on the timber wolves? But I reckon a flare... It's like sniper sword in Sea of Thieves. I reckon the flare does like 90% of it, or 95% of it. And aiming a weapon at a wolf is very, very minuscule. It does like 5%, but it's just enough to get to the scared. Did that just go out the second I got it? To get to the scared point. So I think I keep. I'm bad. Does anybody understand what I'm saying? I can imagine not, but like. I think the flare fills the fear meter all the way up to almost the top, and then just the tiny little smidge of fear they get from aiming something at them is enough to spook them. But this is good, because if I can just use normal torches, then there's a chance that I can properly... I was clear, coffee, good. Sometimes I trip over my words and I'm never quite sure whether I'm just waffling. That's interesting though. Like, I wonder if I went back to Blackrock, whether the Timberwolves would be a little bit easy to deal with that method. Because I was burning ammo on them things. One thing I don't like about this area, there's the other one, but right there, middle of the screen. There's also one went this way. Is that a wolf? Yeah. Where did you go? What's it eating? Is that eating a rabbit? I'm going to have to go disturb it. I want rabbit pelts. How deep into this playthrough are you? I've got some YouTube catching up to do. I think this is like the 20th stream or something, Santa. This is the very final episode and it is good. Right, so if I throw the torch... That one's already been scared off, right? And then...
This will come in handy.
See, this is going to attract wolves, though. Yeah, see that? immediately attracted two nearby wolves. Let me try this then. Watch this. Oh, that was already spooked, but this one isn't. So, if I put the torch down, and then I just get a stone out, I think this wolf is now at about 95% frightened. So if I just do the slightest thing, like this... Okay. Interesting, because that's free, right? That's 2 rabbit pelts as well.
I'll take it.
Do you reckon we're onto something, Coffeeton? It feels like it. Right, how the hell am I going to get back across here, though? Because the thing is, there's no, like, structures or anything that I can put hides in. Unless... Oh, there's a little building there, maybe. Oh, I really need a hatchet. Oh, hang on, this one's a problem, though, because I don't have... And there's a wolf there as well. Alright, let's drop these. Wait, why is there only... Oh shit, no, no! Fuck! Ow. Am I bleeding? Did they just destroy my hat? I keep having that Canada hat destroyed and it's killing me. Alright, I got away with that, but my armour is ruined. No me good gloves. Alright. Okay, I'm going to have to play risky here. I want to get to this cabin, but there's a wolf outside of it. If I can get to the cabin and maybe start a fire in it, then I can spend some time in repair, because I do have the cloth. But I'm going to have to get this shot right. Okay. But I have to be able to start a fire in here, and I still don't have a fucking hatchet. I need a hatchet. Give me a hatchet. Oh, no. My entire hopes and prayers were rested on this one building. Oh, fuck. It's getting cold. Please have some good stuff in it. Nice, nice, nice. Matches too. Shit. Ooh, hello. Oh, firewood logs. Arrows, arrows, another flare and 2 fire. Good, 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 good. Alright, let's go find like a cave or something and hold up. Something over here maybe. Just deep to the north. But I still can't find a way to get over the river. To get back to where we was before. Wonder if aiming with a gun fills the meter faster. Maybe, so I've just been aiming and shooting, whereas... Yeah. What I'm thinking, Coffeeton, is that you can't just have one... You can't just use the same scare tactic over and over, like... Does that make sense? Like, I can't just spam the aiming at it scare tactic. Tell you what, I know there's wolves patrolling, but they'll be afraid of the fire, so I'm going to go up here and we're going to hunker down under... Is that a corpse? Or a carcass? Ah, that's the wolf I shot in the arse, look. Well, the weather's not bad, I could... Alright. Yeah, it ran off and died. If I start a fire under here, it's very likely to not get knocked out by the coal, right? And then I can warm up and go and harvest that carcass. I like really took a fire under here. That wolf I can hear above us. Right. But then I can get torches from this fire, right? Because these fire logs are like 6 hours of fire.
Come on, little fire. Come on.
Astrid, if I were you, I wouldn't start shouting when there's a wolf above us. Yeah, the full story's in now as well, Santa, so... It will be, finally for this game, a complete playthrough. A wolf among us, you might say. I just want the warming up bonus, don't I? So let's put some herbal tea on. Maybe the rest of this pork and beans. Then, once we're fully warmed up with the warming up bonus, I'm going to go get the meat off that, because we've got a 5-hour fire at the moment. I really need a hatchet so I can start breaking down timber. Right, give me that warming up bonus. It's just so thin, it's not shaved in a while. We don't shave the inside of his legs, which is the creepy bit. Hence the police report, obviously. Right, it's 30 minutes for the hide, but I could do with the meat first. 16 minutes for that. Okay, 46. I'm probably going to get cold as fuck, but we do have the warming up bonus. 6-4, good afternoon.
Jesus, this is cold.
Have you seen enough Tetris to last you a lifetime this week? Okay, that's another wolf pelt towards the wolf skin jacket thing. God, I really wish there was a building. I don't like this, that you have to scroll all the way to get to your meats.
Twat.
True, Cheeky, true. Cheeky, good afternoon as well. 6-4, good afternoon. Cheeky, I'm finally on the last chapter and I'm so impressed with this game. I'm so happy. They've added all kinds of like animations and stuff to make it more immersive. I just love it when a game has an update and it makes things better instead of worse. I'm too full to eat. Let's leave that meat there then, otherwise I'm going to attract wolves. We'll drink this. And this should give me the warming up bonus. And then I'm going to go back for the rest of this meat. I got the hide, didn't I? Yeah. Actually, no, am I boiling water in there? I should wait for that. Let's take that. And then I'm going to use the rest of this fire, I think, to cook water. But the problem is the sun's going down shortly and I've got nowhere to stay. And I can't get back over the bridge. We might have to sleep rough tonight, as the wolf said. Yeah, look, they've got like full animations and stuff now for chopping carcasses. Look. Instead of just the pinwheel. I think I'm done with that. The fire should still be going, so I'm going to collect some sticks while we wait. It's not allowed to, no, right? Improving games. Alright, got a bit more meat. We've got the guts as well. Carrying guts I'm a bit anxious about. Especially with the amount of wolves that's around. Oh yeah, shit, I've got this fucking rabbit carcass, haven't I? Let's start to process that, really. And I'm already down to only an hour on the fire. Yeah, that's got me up to 2 hours of these meats cooked. And then I want to hide from this mostly. Look! There's even animations for the rabbit, look. Jesus. It's like, it's gory enough and it's visceral enough without being on screen. It's kind of quite tastefully done. Alright, that's that. Then I'm going to take that, drop... Oh shit, that's the rabbit meat, isn't it? Cook that rabbit meat. And let's boil some water. There's 59 minutes left. I want some torches from this as well. suppose the risk with aiming is stamina drops, doesn't it? It does, yeah. But I don't know if it does drop with a stone. Reaps. Okay. Let's leave that there, and then I want some torches. Okay, I can get at least 3 torches out of this. Maybe 4 if I'm fast. Nah, 3. Do I try and make a break for the cabin on the lake? Because I need to be up there anyway, don't I? Alright. Can't take a torch, can I? I can maybe light one of my other torches off it, though. Right, so I have the wolf hide and the wolf... Oh, shit, I was supposed to be sat here and repairing my gear. Yeah, and I don't have anything that makes me smell, right? What the fuck is that? Nothing that makes me smell. Alright, let's set off and just pray. So, I'm heading for this bridge, but I have... No, wait, is there like a land bridge or something over here? Help if it wasn't so foggy. And then I can get these pelts put down as well for curing. Christ. You know, I may have found something that helps with the wolves. With this stone aiming thing. But one single attack. And they've almost torn all my gear apart. Like, I think I'm at frostbite risk now. Oh, maybe there is a way to get over it. If I step down there, am I going to softlock? But not softlock, but am I going to put myself into a position where I can't get out without dying? Frostbite risk because I'm so cool. Yeah. Finally somebody that understands 12. 12 good afternoon. It is, I'm just trying to think of that, Reach, but I'm kind of stuck. I mean, there is a chance I could walk around on those rocks, but this doesn't feel like what I'm supposed to do, does it? So if I can't get back across here, how the fuck am I getting back over the river? Because that bridge is down. And I aren't swimming. I aren't YOLO with it. Because there's no escape from this side of the river. The fog's lifting at least, so I suppose if I need to wander about and have a look for possible ways out, I can see them. Instead of having to get right up close. All these torches I got from that fire were shite. I'm so worried about these gloves breaking. I don't think I've got any better. If I can get back to the other side of the river, maybe we go to Perseverance Mills and drop off the hides to cure in the bar. And then I can sit and do some repairs and stuff. Because I could loot all the house. Oh, is this the other wolf that I shot in the arse? It is, look. I'm sorry, friend. It didn't have to come to that. See, these are my footprints from earlier. I keep thinking I can see buildings in the cliff sides and stuff. Let's cross this bridge. There has to be a way. Because you can't jump in this game, it's one of them. So it's not like there's a jump puzzle, but annoyingly, Astrid could quite comfortably get back across this bridge. Falling through's not going to help me. Look. Ah! I should be able to get back across that. That's fucked. I do not want to fall in there. Fucking hell, Astrid, useless. There is like a destroyed bridge over there, which I suppose is now my only hope. I might have to have the midstream break huddled in a car for warmth. fucking My Winter Car all over again. Right, final torch. All the wolves that I was expecting to scare off with these torches haven't materialised. There has to be some building that I can sit in though, on this side of the river.
Sunlight can't be far behind.
There's a lot of wolf tracks going up. A cave would be nice. Have I encountered a cave on this side of the river yet? That cave I was in before was on the west. Over near the cabin lake thing. Ooh, hello, somebody started a fire. That's good, that's good, that's good. We can work with this. Can opener, can. Some firewood logs would be nice.
Come in handy.
Another hunting knife, peaches, energy drink. Fuck. Do I have enough sticks on me to maybe get the tiniest fire going? None. Absolutely none. I'm assuming if that corpse is there, then there's not going to be a cave or something to save me. Shit. Nor is there any fucking sticks. Alright, I'm past the midstream break now and in no fit position to go for one. So there's the broken bridge that I'm looking to get down. Get across via, I should say. Alright. I'm going to have to take a stupid risk. Guess it's a 4-hour stream with a midstream break in 30 minutes. Oh, fucking wolf there, look. The second I get rid of my last torch, there's a wolf. We're going to have to go loud on this, I think. Can I should not be behaving like this. Steady. That's good. I mean, I'm enjoying this chapter so much that I would sit and play this for hours. But that doesn't mean I'm going to before somebody starts celebrating a 24-hour stream. Alright, I suppose if there's no getting back across here, I'm going to have to, for the sake of the midstream break, find a fire that I can put down and sit near. Stick. And the sun's going down. Fucking hell. Well, I don't think I ever came this way before, did I? So there is a chance there might be a cave or something to save me. The sun is setting fast. Surely the sun doesn't set this fast in the northern hemisphere. Or close, this far away from the equator is maybe a better way to say that. Alright, let me test if I can get across the river. It let me up here. Onto there, across there maybe. This feels sketchy as fuck, and again one way. Alright, I'm braving it. Please, ankles, please. Oh, okay. Alright, cross the river. I'm going to have to leg it to Perseverance Mills, I think. No, wait, I had a little cabin down this side, didn't I? Where was that little cabin? Where's my little cabin? Where's my little cabin? They're going to think I've just wandered off into the wilderness to lose my mind and die as well. And they aren't far off. You know what? Perseverance Mills. I'm going to get that, and we're going to have the midstream break. Not huddled up in a pissy little cabin. I'm going to have it in the warmth of a roaring fire in the bar. Just need to get home, and then those are the comforts. And I can put the pelts down, and we can have some nice curing, and we can repair the gear, and we can, you know. not far to go now. Whenever you're doing something you don't want to do, you make bargains like this, don't you? When I get home, when this is finally done, it's going to be so nice. Wolves at least. Right. This way, left. Run, 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 run. So this should be the gap that leads to Perseverance Mills, but my lantern's running out. Whew, okay, made it.
Did I say I hate being cold? Because I really do.
Astrid, I hate not going for a midstream break when I've had enough of these people. But sometimes you have to make sacrifices. I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to go in the dark. Come on, let me through. There we go. This afternoon's going to fly now. If it ever loads. Right. Where's the inn? Google's behind me. Right, once we're inside, I'm going to put the stuff down to cure it, and then we'll go have a break. Where did I set up a place to live? Did I pick anywhere to live in this town? I don't think I did I? It should be in here, but I'm not sure whether it's going to lock me out. Ah, there we go. Good. Right, rabbit pelts I have. Put them down to cure. Deer hide, another one of them. That's a wolf hide, isn't it? Not a deer hide. Let's put the wolf hide down here. Then I've got 9 cloth to use for repairs. And that moose on the wall doesn't count. I don't know where anybody suggests it does. Right. Apologies, everybody. That was a lot of me running around and flapping. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to leave you with these gentle people. For now, do everything Santa says and I'll be back in 2 minutes. I should save. I'll save when I get back. Somebody remind me.
Spam. 11 quintrigentillion 111 quatuortrigentillion 111 tetratrigentillion 111 duotrigentillion 111 trigentillion 111 trigentillion 111 novemgentillion 111 octovigentillion 111 septvigentillion 111 sexvigentillion 111 quinvigentillion 111 quartervigentillion 111 trevigentillion 111 duovigentillion 111 unvigentillion 111 vigentillion 111 novemdecillion 111 octodecillion 111 septendecillion 111 sexdecillion 111 quindecillion 111 quatuordecillion 111 tridecillion 111 duodecillion 111 undecillion 111 decillion 111 nonillion 111 octillion 111 septillion 111 sextillion 111 quintillion 111 quadrillion 111 trillion 100.
Oh yeah, that's why you don't put Santa in charge of the midstream breaks.
111,111.
I remember now. Rate Santa's midstream break out of 10.
12.
Fuck off. Schmitz, good morning and thank you for the bits. Santa, thank you for the bits. 6-4, thank you for the bits. Bear, thank you for the bits. Cheeky, thank you for the bits. Knobheads, a lot of you. Alright, Twitch, clip that. You can say that out loud now and Twitch will clip it. Oh my god, that fucking blew up everywhere. Crikey, that was keen. I nearly did that thing where I, put your mouth on it to gobble it up before it goes everywhere. 6-4 says boring lemonade. Reap says dandelion bird. Says fizzy orange. Cheeky says cream soda. Right. Sorry everybody, they're always like this. Fucking knobheads. Okay. The deer hide is cured. The guts are cured. I've got 2 rabbit pelts cured as well. At some point, I'm going to have to go back into the wilds and collect all of those curing stuff. Neffa's good afternoon as well, says twisted fruits. Shaggy Dan says cloudy with a chance of lemonade. Bear says tropical. Schmidt says Pepsi Max cherry. Okay, now let's repair some items. I'm going to remain calm. Actions. I can't repair these fucking gloves because they need leather. Can I repair these? Yeah. I got attacked by a wolf earlier and it ruined all of my... Hey, can I go upstairs? Whoa, this place has gone upstairs. Oh, there's beds inside. If I'd have known this was up here. Can I repair by candlelight? I can. Lantern fuel. And a lantern... Wait. Can I... Ginger-themed beers. I've just refueled this. Refueled the other one. Hang on a minute, I'm flapping. Which one did I fill? That one. Right, then can I turn this on? Place it here. And then repair in the light. That's really cool. The answer is, without tipping it all over the keyboard, Sothan, Shaggy Dan, good work. fucking do in this game? So, like, every time I buy these, I think, well, Sothan's going to slaughter me. And he had Shaggy Dan teamed up with him this time. Right, jeans are repaired. These socks are not the best. I'll drop those up here, I think. Can I find another hat up here? Surely somebody has a hat. There's a whole fucking office. Hat!
I think I can use this.
Yeah, there's a jacket. I don't really need a jacket. Alright, where are you? Come here. We're going to search in here and we're going to find a hat. Feels like I'm spoiled now with it being Cloudy Lemonade at least moderately often, compared to the dry spell where they weren't available at your favourite Tesco for a bit. Yeah, now is one of my favourites, and I can't have it because I think if I drink this, it'll make Sothan happy. I feel like I'm not getting very many hats. Some papers. Fuck. I mean, there could be some clothing and stuff up here. The fuck is this room? Little conference room. There's actually another room, but I should have paid more attention. Wait, what's this? But I never gave in. Yeah, there's a lesson to be learnt here, Sothan, from your stoic resilience. Everybody's impressed. Okay, can I find a hat? It's about frostbite risk. Every fucking door's locked. Did I not have a hat round here? All of this firewood. Why did I have all... I had all this fucking firewood here.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
I might take it with me back into the wilds. Yeah, let's do it. I need to go and check the lake next, but it also says that there's a... Like, Sothan and I were saying that it seems a bit too... Episode 4 seemed a bit too pointing you in the right direction without much thought. But this... Fucking hell, this one's lacking direction. In a good way. So, the only instructions I have is find a missing patient in Perseverance Wilds and find a missing person in Perseverance Wilds. We found the police constable, and I found a note, and the note says... Perez, favourite fishing cabin on the lake, and Jacob, loner but knew Perez, old enemies, bad blood. 2 sets of tracks, the lake and towards the shore. Old fishing cove. Could this be the cove? Or is there... Does that go somewhere, maybe? Shall we try and go that way? See if it leads anywhere. And there's there as well. That's through the... what was it again? Oh, the... Turns out just fucking click it still. It's obvious.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
Right. All the stuff isn't curing at the fucking whatever it was called up north. The wilds. It's curing, but it's not ready to be crafted yet. So I think I'm going to snatch one of these people's diary. A notebook pertaining to someone sheltering at Cooper's. I'm going to read this really quiet. Another sleepless night, trying not to hear old Joseph snoring and Carol muttering in her sleep. I can't wait for all this to be over so I can finally sleep in my own bed and read at night with a normal electric lamp. Crank the heating up to the max. Or even better, go for a weekend on the mainland. I'm sick of this quarantine. It's scary to think we're on our own, cut off from the rest of the world. They don't realise the rest of the world's fucked as well, do they? I'll admit, at least it's mildly entertaining to try and decipher what Carol's rambling about. She must have pretty vivid dreams. I wish she stopped obsessing over the waterfall noise, though. It makes me want to piss. How can she even hear the waterfall from here? Now I think of it, it's true that... Now that I think of it, it's true that for a couple of nights when it's really quiet, I have been noticing an unusual hum. And it's not just the sea, though it sometimes does sound like waves. Waves beneath ice. Something deep, like it's barely there. I wonder what's up with that. Are they noticing a hum that's making them go doolally, and that's why they're just wandering off into the wastes? Well, give me a quest, is it, maybe? So many bedrolls. I was struggling without a bedroll, and there's hundreds of them. Sorry, I know they're all down there, but I'm going to go through their stuff. Okay, right, let's sleep. I think we can get 9 hours is actually probably sensible. Because 9 hours takes me to sort of mid-morning. Because the one thing I've learned is that if you leave the second the sun's coming up, that is by far the coldest part of every day. I'm going to need another fire just to make some water as well. Right. I'll take these books. It's all kindling, right? Good. Okay. Let's go explore this northern area. We will eat... Oh, I'm so sad about that hat. And I'm worried about them as well. I need to find some cured leather somehow. Let's eat these chips. Every time you say that word, I can't help but hum the song the rooster does in the Disney Robin Hood. Which word, kitten? Something I've said in the last few minutes. Or the word hum itself. Doolally. Did I say oh yeah, when the people go doolally. I'm assuming it's a song that contains those words, right? I really wish I had the pelts from the wilds.
I wonder if I can drop any of this gear.
Astrid, I've got bad news. There's no dropping shit. Do I have any backup gloves somewhere? I mean, I can make backup gloves, can't I? Actually, I think I can make an improvised hat as well. Oh, delally, golly, what a day. Oh, so it's not doolally as in crazy. Yeah, I'm on my second run, Siddles. I'm on New Game Plus. Not really for anybody that's confused. This is the brand new chapter, though. Chapter 5 of 5 that came out a couple of months ago. Let's try and go right at the mill and see if there is another area up that way. Because nothing in Perseverance Wilds felt like it was a fishing cove, right? I didn't get fishing cove feeling from any of that place. Perseverance Mills, Lumber Mill and Lighthouse. Assuming that's a dead end in that... God, it's so cold. There are roads that go up to all these places. I mean, this is another thing, right? We had no Disney either. I'm looking at all these buildings trying to work out which one might have a hat. Tell you what I'm going to do. If these two are still around this fire, I'm going to stop here and make some water because they would let me cook on that fire, I think. Then we'll go that way and see if I can get anywhere. These two won't let me in the mill because the one on the right thinks I'm a murderer. Don't you, mate? Yes. Well, you're going to have a murderer stood cooking at your cooking pot thing. Your dad was an avid whistler. Sounded just like a Princess Songbird. I always get told off for whistling. Alright, melted, and I can take that. We'll drink it. Disney was kind of everyday life. Guess they are musicals, right? Right, loads of water. Are we getting a fucking blizzard? This fucked, this game. take that, boil that dry. Right, that should be enough water, I think. Good. Thank you, friends, for not letting me in. Either he was whistling something from Disney or it was on the telly. Whistling reminds you of Shrek. Has whistling died out? I'd say it is so. This does look kind of inaccessible, actually. So maybe these people are in fact...
these are part of the quarantine. I imagine these barricades were probably guarded at some point. With all this talk about a murder and people going missing. It's hard to tell if these barricades are meant to keep people in or out.
Well, either way, I'm not getting through there, am I? And it's so fucking cold. I need to start a fire. And now we've got these fire logs, it'll be a bit easier to... Wait, can I get round? But it hasn't told me to go in this direction. I'm still supposed to be looking in Perseverance Wilds for the missing people. Brief story recap for anybody that might care to need it. There is a quarantine in this town. Astrid's finally got here. But obviously she doesn't have the hard case that she was supposed to be delivering because Mackenzie's got that after the crash. He's on his way here from Blackrock, assumedly. And the reason why Astrid was bringing the hard case here is because everybody in this little town, they don't even realise there's been an apocalypse because they're so busy worrying about some like psychological issue which is happening in the town. It's causing everybody to lose their minds and go wandering off into the waste. And everybody's just like getting out of bed in their pyjamas and walking out the front door, not closing it behind them and disappearing. I can assume it's something to do with the Aurora, but it's hard to say. But they seem oblivious to the fact that their lives are in danger. Whistling went the way of whittling. No. What is in Sat? Yeah. Surely people still whittle. If you've got a delivery job, then you don't whistle. You need your head sorted. Theo loves Shrek 1. Loads of people whittle. Whittle or whistle? People still whittle too, but now it's all here, but yeah, maybe. You should just whistle nothing. Just doing it for the sake of making a noise. Alright, let's eat this tomato soup. Okay. I'm actually feeling a bit lost in this today. Still alive though, even though we took some damage before. There's only cans there. Drop 2 of these. So everybody still whistles all the time. Good. I'd hate to think the old pastimes are dying out. Right. I guess I go back to Perseverance Wilds then with all this firewood and we start searching. I just kind of want to find a hat because I'm a bit worried about frostbite while I'm out there. I can make one out of cloth. But the only place where I can actually, like, comfortably rest in Perseverance Wilds is all the way to the north at the lake cabin, which is where I'm supposed to be searching. Again, I'm just anxious about my gear being fucked. Oh, what was your stomach? Fucking hell, every time I try and get in a building it's locked as well. I guess this isn't just a worn down old relic of a town, though, is it? This, so as dishevelled as it is, there is people living here. All right, let's go to Perseverance Mills. Did Astrid's stomach growl? It shouldn't have. We'll eat these. Fucking stomach growling at this sheer amount of food. It's mouldy moose meat, probably. Right, let's not walk against the wind. But my confident survival seems a lot less confident suddenly. And I was expecting to have found a lot more like leather and stuff so I could repair these gloves, but apparently not. There is the bodies in there of the people that died. Got a lot less incentive to go up and start exploring places like that up there now because they probably require a key that I don't have. Right. Let's get back up that hill. If I lose these gloves, I'm going to be really annoyed. Actually, how many rabbit hides does it take to make gloves? Rabbit skin mitts. 4. Yeah, I don't have 4. I think I've got 3 here. And then we've got a couple curing at the moose hide cave, cabin, whatever it is. Am I walking into the wind here? Yeah. Well, it's going to be a slightly slow walk back into Perseverance Wilds. But I feel like I'm better attempting it with all of this firewood than I am not, right? Lovely. I wouldn't have minded some torches. If I can get to the moose cabin area, fire up a fire, get some torches, and then I can, with our new technology we learned earlier, if it is true, we can keep the wolves off as well. I get to the lake. Tilly started poking her tongue out and trying to crawl already. Soon it'll be chasing 2 mobile hellhounds around instead of just 1. Then before you know it, she'll be at school.
And this pack is getting kind of heavy.
Imagine the house to yourself all day. You won't know where to put yourself. Right, let me save. And finally clean the fucking thing. Do a bit of KGM. Right, I am a sitting duck walking through here this slowly. I'm encumbered with all of these fire logs. I'm also going against the wind, uphill, with no auto walk button, because for some reason auto walk is disabled on this, even though it has a button that you can rebind to do auto walk, but despite trying to rebind it to fucking anything, it won't rebind auto walk. But if the wolves come, we'll think of something. I wonder if aiming a bow at a wolf, if aiming a stone is enough to get them frightened, I wonder if aiming a bow would be even better. If we're going on our theory about like fear percentages and stuff. To grab some firewood. I would be so happy if I could find a hatchet so I can actually get some proper firewood. It's killing me, these sticks. One thing becoming a parent has done to me, it's not being afraid of being able to open a bin bag and throw a bunch of shit in and just go to the tip. Never really realised how much absolute shite we've been hanging on to for literally no reason, because they did. Yeah, there's nothing better than a proper clear out. Saying that, I'm one of them idiots that can't settle unless everything's tidy. So I maybe like it more than the average Joe. Good work, Reaps. First one this year. Okay. Wolf. I have to protect my gloves now because they're on 1 HP, so if it'll let me start a fire here... Valid location.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
Okay, well, I can warm up. And we can make some torches, and then with those torches we're going to get past this wolf. 2 years and finally 3/4 of the way through the entire house of throwing out literally everything that wasn't in use or in need. Oh my god. And now it's too windy to start a fucking fire here this game. Is my little cabin over there somewhere? I feel like it is. I had that little cabin with a fire barrel and everything. Alright. It's like here somewhere, or there maybe. Operation Fire Barrel. Yeah, we don't have staff to sort them out either, Trim. It's miserable up north. You get used to the smell after the 3rd missing collection in a row. And they collect once a month where he is. Okay, forgive my trudging. On to my stuff.
I've never felt so cold.
Largely unresponsive. It's like Trim said, this place went downhill when Jeff died. Where is my cabin? Why am I walking so slowly? Might be the 2 tons of timber I've got in my pockets. Is that a corpse? That's my old fire, isn't it? So, where the fuck is the cabin? I can't keep wandering around like this. You ready for this? You watching? What a shot, by the way. Problem is that bitch is going to run off with my arrow now, but at least I know that this area is a kind of closed off area, so if I let him go, he's going to bleed out. And then I can go get my arrow back and his hide. Another one here, look. Where's the fucking cabin? I think it might be here. It's fortnightly, but at some point it probably will be monthly. Right, I don't think shooting this in the arse with a bow and arrow is going to be good. I'm going to lose an arrow for it, but it's worth a try. Another good shot. Got my arrows back as well. Well, I'm happy with that. If I can find my fucking cabin now, I'll be even happier now I know that's there. Where is my cabin? God, if I didn't have a dog shit memory. My health's going down now as well because I'm freezing. There's my cabin. Lovely. And there's wolves around it as well, so it's a good job I didn't take any meats or anything from that. Alright, those 2 deer hides are going to come in handy, actually. Because if I can get them curing as well, I think we're good then for the deer pants and the deer boot. Should feed him more. What's the baby? The deer? Or Jeff? Are you still edible? How the fuck is that still edible? What? That's been there for months. That's been there longer than the moose. I'm going to bail and use this accelerant. Forgive me. Okay, good. Good. Right, let's... I guess... We'll cook some of this rabbit. And if I just call this home for a second, let's drop these off because they're so heavy. And that's put me back under. Good. We'll take one for the fire. I think so, Reeps, yeah. I refuse to feel guilty, though. I didn't eat all of that. We'll let these cook. I wonder if it's because this is technically inside that it's keeping slightly better. But that don't make sense, does it? Tell you what, does this count as inside if I was to try and cure these hides here? Oh, I haven't got the hide yet, have I? I remember now. Right. Let's make some water. Where the fuck's my cooking pot, by the way? I keep using cans for this. Okay, let's get this boiling. Another 0.5 litres. Is the sun going down already? Right then, we're taking torches for the rest of this. That torch stinks. That one is slightly better. You can see what I'm looking at the bottom right, look. They're like random roll. That one is not so good. And I'm so happy. Alright, we move now. Let's go get these hides. Need to go and find that knobhead that ran off into the wilderness. So one, as per your description, Reeps, we'll call the adult one, and the other one we'll call the dumb one. It was around here, wasn't it? There. And then we're going to have to go find the one that fucked off with my arrow in its ass, which was in that direction somewhere. Oh, it feels so good to be a bit more proactive. Right. It's frozen, and it's going to take 30 minutes. I've got 2 hunting knives, though, so that's fine. New animations, by the way, for those that haven't seen it. Fucking blood all over the hands. Yeah. Good, that's one hide, and I'm kind of cold. I could start a fire when I find this other one. Although I left the fire logs back there. Astrid, calm down. It's just a bit of cold. If you don't want to deal with a cold, you should have not been a fucking protagonist in the long dark. I'd be vegetarian if I was living off the land. It is a bit grisly, right? Way more human, though, I'd say. I think you'd appreciate your food more. Torch is going to go out there. Again, just not having a hatchet. It's becoming a massive issue, not being able to find one. Because a hatchet means that I can break down the huge timber. Like the huge limbs and get firewood, and then that's the reason I don't have many torches, is because I don't have like a quick source of big firewood, because you can't break it down without a hatchet. Right, so that deer with the arrow in its backside ran this way, and it isn't snowing that. Actually, it is kind of snowing heavy, isn't it? Heavy enough to probably cover tracks pretty quickly. Are these my footprints, or are the deer footprints in this? Mine. Where the fuck did it die? It was definitely bleeding. These are all my footprints. Crazy, isn't it, the detachment between animals and plates these days? Yeah, it very much is. of them things where you think, yeah, but I'm aware of it, therefore I'm not as bad as other people. But we're all fucked, aren't we? If anything happened. The preppers were right this whole time. Fucking hell, where did this deer go? I need to hide. Should be over here somewhere, surely, because I ran it into this gap. I thought I heard it die. Really, you know what I mean? I am kidding, but I'm looking for a corpse. Part of me thought I'd heard it die, but it can't have gone too far. Should maybe have followed it, I think, while the snow was still fresh and the footprints were still followable. Part of me thinks it might have gone running up into the hills a little bit, though. So it could be like up there on some ledge or something. If I could find its footprints, though, it might be usable. These are mine, aren't they? Yeah, so... Are these deer prints? Also mine. Look at that, look. Oh, fucking hell, I'm running all over it. But these two are when I was, like, looking up there while walking. So if I... What do the footprints look like if I do this? Fucking hell, attention to detail. Silly. Right, let's check up here for the deer. These are my footprints that I've walked back down. Unless they aren't my footprints and I'm being followed this whole time.
Sure getting cold.
Well, Reaps, the young one, as you named it, appears to have fucked off and taken my arrow with it, and I don't now have the arrow or the hide. Bastard thing. If it had just had the good grace, like that moose on Thursday, to die in one hit, then we'd all be happy right now. Alright, I'm going to blow another one of these fire logs, and I'm going to take as many torches as possible and see if we can get to the lake cabin. I'm enjoying this though, because it's not giving me instructions. It's going to come back as Eichthea. You're not it, are you? No? I feel like it's kind of against the spirit of this game to just blow one of their heads off with a gun. Like now I'm kind of picking up on the sort of slightly finer points of this game. It feels like killing stuff with a gun is just a bit barbaric suddenly. You ready? Ah, I pinged him and he's going to run off now. Alright, I'm going to follow this one. Did my arrow land on the floor? No. Follow the blood, follow the blood, follow the blood.
It's so cold.
Fucking wolf though. Hey, the wolf might kill it.
Down for a bit.
What the fuck? It just ran straight past that wolf and it didn't do anything. And then it comes for me. Fuck off. Maybe we should hit it with a different boom, with the boom headshot. Problem is, that worked on the moose because it stood still and started threatening me, so its head was just like perfectly lined up. Follow the blood trail. No, wait. Oh, shit, I might lose the trail here. There's a fucking dog following me. I need these, don't I?
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
No decoys on me, though. Okay, now that bitch is going to run off bleeding as well. Right, quickly before the deer's trail wears off. Find the blood and quickly. That's deer, right? Where's the blood trail? It ran this way. I'm not seeing the blood trail anymore, frustratingly. Is that blood? No. Shit! Oh, no, we've got the blood trail. you reckon I'm good enough to... No, because I'm going to lose my gloves if I mess this up, aren't I? I'm going to have to blow another bullet. Sorry, big man. And now it's ran in the direction that the fucking deer... Oh. Turns out I didn't need to be sorry to him. He was completely fine with me. It's fine. Okay, but that's not the deer that's not the bleeding deer, is it? That's the bleeding wolf. Excuse my language. Double wolf all the way across the sky. Alright, they're wolf prints, are they? Yeah. Where did that deer go? It's got claws, these prints, though, kid. And they're my prints. Shit, I had the deer's trail for a second. But the longer you wait, the more the snow covers the trail. It did, didn't it? It went this way. Got my prints. Ooh. I'll humour this until Chrisman gets here, then I'll throw you to the curb. Did it destroy my gloves? Oh no, no, they're there. I thought they were up here. Okay. Oh, they're in 3% condition though. Fucking hell, that's 2 deer that have escaped me now, and I've got no benefit from it, and they've taken my arrows. And I'm nowhere near the lake cabin. Fuck. And I don't have enough wood to start making torches to scare the wolves away, so I've had to use bullets as well. Right, where am I now? Let's cut back around this corner, let's get to the cabin, and let's start fixing this. At least enough to get some, to get warmed up and get some torches so I can start moving north. I could go to the moose cabin, but then I'm going to need firewood to keep me alive in the moose cabin. Whereas the cabins at the lake house all the way to the north are interiors. But the sunlight, she is a wasting. Such a waste of arrows. Who can I blame for distracting me there? Somebody take responsibility for this. Fucking Sothan. Do you know what it is, Trim? It's because he picks cloudy lemonade every day at the midstream break, and when I wanted a cloudy lemonade, I had to drink this knowing that Sothan was going to be all smug about his victory. And every sip I take, it's just Sothan, Sothan. Do you know what I mean? He knows what he's doing. Don't you start acting the victim now. I never ran out of fucking Tinder. Wait, do I not need Tinder? Oh, yeah, I've got no button to start. Okay, be calm. I'm going to make some Tinder clubs. Tinder plugs. Crafting those, take a couple of minutes, that's fine. Everybody, stop panicking. Tinder plug. 62%, I don't like the sound of that. 70%. Yeah, it's fine. It's just a 7 in 10 chance.
One little fire.
Surely I can't fail a 7 in 10 chance.
Perfect.
Then have a drink. I'm alright for water now. I think I might have slightly overdone it with the water. I do need to warm up though, don't I? What can we do to warm while we're warming up?
It's gonna get a lot colder soon.
Can prepare these actually. Yeah, let's prepare some mushrooms. And this will make us a tea that'll keep me warm while we're on the road. Make a bandage or two. There's no repairing I really need to do, is there? Do I make the improvised head wrap? Seeing as I lost my Canada hat, I think I'm going to have to. Don't like that sound. Let's put another fire log on. 3 hours and 38. I guess I could sleep here and it would be warm, right? No. The bed, that's some bullshit. But I think I've got a bedroll that could fix that. Let's put you down here. Sleep for 1 hour. And then I'm going to head north. I'm not sleeping here. We're getting back to that cabin. Part of me also wants to pick up all of the hides that are at the... Right, I'm overloaded on torches. We're going to get a banger of a torch here, you watch. That's a good one. It's close to 50%. So that's shit. Keeping it though. Nice. Yeah, so favourable torch. RNG and nice. Not so good. I wonder if they can go above 50% with this method. I've never seen one like go above half. I wonder if it's only the ones you make yourself, I should say, that go above 50. That's a good one. See, that looks exactly 50%. Nice. That takes 3 more. Oh shit. Whoa, Jay opens your journal. This game's crazy. Good. Alright. Now, I'm going to risk this at night. This is where the creepers come out. I'm going to get all the way to the lake. I could go to the Moose Lake cabin and grab the hides, but I kind of don't want to take all them to the north, because if I need to come in from Perseverance Mills and just grab them to go back to town and craft, then I don't want to be going all the way across to the north of the map. So maybe we'll just follow the road all the way to the cabins once I get on it. And I'm going to use my new technology that we worked out earlier. I think we're coming to some kind of theory on how fear works in this game. If you know the answer to this, don't tell me we're playing blind. So, I think an animal will attack you unless you do a certain amount of things to scare it off, right? Which is clear from day one. I think, like, a torch seems to do X amount if you've got light. There is also firing a gun, obviously frightens them. There are flares and marine flares. There are these noisemaker things, which I've never even thrown with them yet, but I imagine that does a hell of a lot. And like hitting an animal is obviously going to scare it away, whatever you hit it with. But it seems like for your average wolf, if you just have a torch, and then the thing that we're working out at the moment is there seems to also be, if you aim a weapon at something, that also, I think, only has a small, but it has like a fear response. So if a wolf has like 100 fear, or whatever, you need to get it, you get the fear bar to 100 for it to flee. It feels like having a torch gets you 95% of the way there, and then just aiming at them does the other small percentage to finish it. Because they'll stand on top of a lit torch, but then if you aim anything, even a stone at them, they seem to flee. So that feels to me like the most like economical way of frightening off a wolf, because all it takes is a stick or whatever it takes to make a torch. So if that's true, and we just stick to this torch strategy I've been using mostly for warmth, then maybe we can get away from any wolf. But then there's also the case that the tests we did earlier were just bugs and I'm going to get eaten anyway. Pick that up, we can scrap it for another stick when I get to the cabins. And of course I can't find any fucking wolves now, so which to prove this. But hopefully when I get to this lake we can settle down and then in the morning I start looking for whatever I need to do on this quest. There's supposed to be a guy here that's missing. Whether or not it's the doctor, I don't know. But I've been here so much that I even called it. It even feels like a bit of a base in this area. And I haven't found anything. It might be in the fishing hut in the middle, though. Was there ever a corpse up here? I don't know. Fear casts in a 30-foot cone. That would be mad if you had to... Is there a fear in the game that... Does AoE fear for warriors and priests fear things behind you, or is it only in front? I'm a bit nervous right now in case Trim teaches me something. Okay, it does. Alright. I thought you were teaching me that fear actually only happens in front. It's alright everybody, don't worry, Trim's not taught me anything. For a split second. Oh, it's D&D, I see. What classes use fear? Priests? Clerics, whatever? Christ, you play one fucking fantasy game and that's it. All of your fantasy references from that point forward are just locked in the WoW sphere. Paladins turn undead and clerics? Isn't that like a dark magician warlocky type character? Clerics do, yeah, I've seen Mina do it. Any class that can cast the spell. See, now I don't know whether it's sassy or whether it's like a spell book or something that you pick up, so any class that could get, you know what I mean? I don't know, I have to defer to his knowledge on this stuff. It's very unsettling. That one torch lasted an age. I should pick up the old one, shouldn't I? I need to wait for it to go out before I pick it up.
I can't feel my hands.
Go out, you bitch. I need to pick you up so I can scrap you. Bollocks to it. Nope, did it just go? Second I looked away. Bard, sorcerer, warlock and wizard. Wait, is that what Boyo did to that big snake? Amish. Was that a fear? Or did he just sass him away? Alright, that was a long walk. That was command. I feel like I'm learning nothing, honestly. Which is fine, because you can play without knowing anything, but I keep getting through sessions and thinking I enjoyed that, but I've not learned anything. And it's on me. It's just not going in. But luckily it's playable without needing too much knowledge, right? That's what Trin's there for. I do pay attention! You've got me completely locked in every time. I'm one of them psychos that sits on his hands and listens.
Oh, so cold.
Apart from when making stupid pictures. Alright, I finally made it. That was a long walk. I appreciate your patience. But we're here now. Let me eat this. And then let's get inside. Oh, my old fire, look. Alright. I'm now warm. I'm getting this lit as well, although there's no fucking fuel in it. Did I leave the other one lit upstairs? Oh, I do have the other one, alright. That one's about to go out. I'll leave that burning out one in here. Will you sit still? Good. Oh my god, I've got some more, but wait. Right, I need to make a decision here. The boots I'm currently wearing are the mucklucks, right? Yeah, that's true. So, while I'm warming up, given that my gloves are on death's door at the moment, and I need leather to repair them, maybe I break... Because I know these are quite good, but I'm getting the deer one shortly. Maybe I harvest these. It'll take an hour and 30 minutes, but I can't be dark, can I? And this is not going to last for an hour. Alright, let's sleep. Sleep until morning. And I'm going to think of something. Let's do 10 hours sleep. Long dark, actually. Am I going to have a stream called Trudge Judy? Okay. Thirsty, but we can deal with that. So let's drink. I'm about maintaining well-fedness. But only because I've done a lot of... Oh, fuck. Put the fucking dehydrate down. I should have been curing ages ago. I've just done a full night's sleep where that could have got about 10% curing and I forgot to put it down. What was I on about? I was saying something extremely important. I'm sure of it. Let's eat some dog food. Trudge Dread, yeah. I think I had 2 streams when I was trying to find the Vegvasier for Yagluth in Valheim. Where I did I think I did 3.5 streams of just walking, trying to find the Vegvasier. I think they were all called Trudge Dread and Trudge Judy and stuff. So I maybe can't repeat my stream titles. Right, it was these, right? I need to break these down. Just got to burn off the colder part there. Then I can finally repair these, please. Yep. Alright, I've been worried about these gloves. They've been a 1 HP, or 3% HP this whole time. Now I can finally repair them. I don't even know if they're any good. They're just the best ones I've got at the moment. And then I'm going to have to finally get rid of this hat, which it breaks my hat. But it gives me cloth to repair the other stuff. Did anything take any major damage? No, I'll drop that. I don't think I'm going to need to carry that around with me all day. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, I need something else on the torso. Did I have 2 pairs of pants ripped off me? Christ. If I take that jacket off, best Blink-182 album, of course. There we go, that windbreaker is actually quite good. Now to a warmth bonus of +10, but I could do with some other pants. And I still don't have a hatchet. I'm struggling for gear in this, which I'm actually enjoying. I like this. Right, did I name this place? Hang on, I've got a lot of stuff to think about. Moose Lake Hut, Chasgate Bar. Call this Fishing Lake Hut. And in this is a deer pelt. Times 1. That's right, fucking times 1 on this stuff, do I? Actually, I do. Moose pelt times 1, deer pelt times 1, deer pelt times 1. Alright, that's a bit more uniform, right? I don't know. So I've got 1 pelt there, 1 there. So that's 3. And then I've got 2 in the... No, that... Oh yeah, that is the one in the bar. I'm not that good on deer pelts. Have I got 3? I thought I'd way more than that. 2 rabbit pelts there. I've actually got 3 in the bar now, haven't I? Yeah. Problem is, I've got them deer, haven't I? That ran off with all my arrows. Alright, I need these pelts curing, by the way, for those that are confused. For the sake of making gear. Right. I finally can start the major quest with only 14 minutes left to go. So, main quest. Find a missing patient in Perseverance Wilds and find a missing person in Perseverance Wilds. The only thing that looks like quest text is this. Perez's favourite fishing cabin on the lake. Now, that can only be these cabins, but I've yet to find anything that looks like a clue to where Perez either was or is. Any lootables? No. T2 Trudge.
Kind of heavy.
Trudgeman. Trudge in the right direction. Wait, this is new, isn't it? I don't remember. I would have surely looted that sewing kit if I'd been in here. I mean, if somebody was after him, they did a good job. A shelf I could break down, but there's no clues in here, is there? It's my burnt out torch as well, I think. Surely I looted this building. Patients aren't people. The Long Dark 2026. Yeah, it said missing patient and missing person. Two separate. Right, any signs of bio? What did I leave in here? Oh yeah, I put a lot of firewood in there, didn't I? I might as well take that out, actually. Go drop it by the fire outside. Any signs of him? Just a lot of empty drawers and a creepy picture on the wall. I don't know if I've actually searched the cabin on the middle of the lake. Right, watch this. We're going to test the wolf trick. Now, there's a chance that the wolf just gets scared off by the torch. I think that there seems to be some... I don't know if it's like a random chance or something. But there's a chance that the wolf gets spooked by just the torch. But if not, we're going to test our new theory. You ready? Torch first. And then it stops. And then if I aim this... And that was just a stone. That wasn't a... I wasn't aiming a shotgun at him or anything. And I've just scared him away with a torch, which is a stick. Theory confirmed, yeah. Nice, that's pretty cool. So with a bit of good fortune... Wait, where the fuck I was certain there'd be some proof in here. Yeah, with a bit of good fortune, I think we can maybe like scare wolves away for free now. Practically. Are there any other buildings on this lake? We searched those three. I think the piers are as good as searched. Go check over here. This is where I got the twanger from. Stone Cold Steve Astrid. Ooh, I've just thought of a stream title. I bet about 50 people thought of the same one, but if nobody says it out loud, I can use it tomorrow. Right, is there any proof of free arrow that I must have missed last? 2 free arrows, in fact. I must have been blind when I walked through here last. Is there an archery sub-game? Actually, I suppose we could. This might serve as good practice. I don't know why I never thought of this. So, assuming that... Right, let's use this back target. If I'm trying to zero in a headshot, if I aim, there's actually not a lot of drop, you know. Okay, so there's not a lot of drop from the distance, at least from these chairs. Let me go a little bit further back on this little nubbin, and then I aim. Wait. If I put my cursor on it, then aim and shoot. Oh, good afternoon. Can you win groschen doing this? 90 per victory. But it depends on your stake. So if that was a deer's face, and I aim just at the top of its head, I probably don't need to be arching my shots as much as I think I do I? Hang on, let me go all the way back to the lake or something. Problem is I can't see the fucking target from down here. I'm going to the jetty. Right, what colour does this land in? Yellow, red, blue, black or white if I aim for the spot. Or brown. Reap says blue. I reckon brown, you know. Kitten says brown. Coffeeton black, Azar white, Auger white, alright. I can smell the bullshit that's about to arrive right now. Go on, say it. Go on. Go on, Azar, go on, Auger, let's fucking hear it. Technically... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. I actually said it, you fucking idiot. White, but outside the white. I mean, technically it is outside the white, and in some other white. If you were referring to it missing the target entirely and going in the snow, Auger. Ah, you're gonna have to justify wording it in such a bullshit way. That's a bad sign, though. Ooh, hang on. Just spotted something I need. Forgive me. While I'm searching for these guys. These rabbits. Oh, fucking hellfire, there's 3 rabbits here. This is good. It's funnier, but have it your way. I don't need to prove shit. I could do to improve some things. I aren't wasting arrow durability on rabbits. Nor am I wasting bullets on rabbits. We're doing it this way or no way. Hello. Where did it go? I think I only need 3 more rabbit pelts and then I've got everything I need. You mean you're going to have to bullshit in the Doomhaus? That's preposterous. I think I found anything anybody's ever said in here is extremely sincere. Now he's misfiring stones. He's throwing them at the floor from misclicks. Damn, I really spooked those rabbits. They've just... Oh, there they are. There's one over here. Well, I've only got 5 minutes left, so I think if we can grab these rabbits, that'll be good enough. Don't say yes and over. It makes me think of improv comedy, and it makes my... going to say it makes me wince so hard my bumhole will turn inside out, but that was bollocks. That was such a hit, Coffeeton. That's about as close to a hit as I've ever got. Right, this little twat. It hit the model of the rabbit and stopped, but the game's like, nope, no hit. It's got worse hit registration than fucking Sea of Thieves, this game. Not really, of course, that's a preposterous thing to suggest of any game. They wanted you to improv some stuff. Got intercepted by a snowflake, yeah. Right, this is the one. You fucking... Don't blame the wind for this. No, that one wasn't hit detection. Watch this moving target. It was lag, yeah. Yeah, no, the other guy was using aimbot. Was that going to track the wolf? Might do. Yeah, the snow weighed the rock down, which affected the trajectory. Kelly's right. Kelly, good morning. Right, if I can get this little pervert as well, then we can go take at least 2 rabbit hides back. Yes, I see you there, because I need them to make new hat. So I'm currently wearing a couple of tissues on my head. That's better. The stone was sinful, so it was being pulled towards the underworld. Right, let's test wolf theory one more time on the way back to the cabin. So my wolf theory, I think we can confirm it works. The wolf is spooked by the fire initially, and then aiming something at it just tips it over, like that, and...
Showed that rabbit who's boss.
Absolutely I did. Abstractal, good morning. I had to, because if I missed it would have turned around and mauled me, you know? Abstractal, good morning, and thank you for 28 months of subs. How's things, Abstractal? You've arrived just in time for me to finish the stream by gutting rabbits. I actually do want to gut these and get the... What is that? An old fishing hole. I guess they moved the cabin, didn't they? And that was the... Maybe? I don't know. Thank you for the prime, as always. Welcome to the stream. Right, Marbles is in 60 seconds, but... I just want to get these pelts put down. I never wake up this early anymore. I thought I'd peek in since you had an early day. That sounds to me like Abstractals wet the bed, which is common among greens, so don't judge him too much. It's good to see you regardless. You West Coast nerds. It's mad. I don't know how you do it. Right. Is this the one that I had the deer hide on the floor of? It is. It's a medical condition, you bastard. I said don't judge. We'll do our laughing in the orange Discord. Right, hang on. Let's just have a gory finish. We have our rabbits, and I want to get these pelts curing. Look, we've got skinning animations now, so you have to watch stuff like this. What the fuck are you doing checking the Green's beds in the morning? We have a contraband sweep in the Green common room. It's usually not a problem, because it's just... Augur's just got, like, pictures of himself and stuff. But you've got to be careful. What if you're smuggling stuff that's not allowed? Alright, with these cured, which I need to do by going like this, drop, drop. So they're both curing now, 1%, 1%. Tomorrow then, with a bit of luck, I can start crafting some gear. Starting with the... Oh, look at them, plus 2% warmth bonus. Lovely. Right, for now though, the weather sounds like it fucking stinks out there, so I'm going to go like this, save over the Chaz save file, and that is going to do us for today. Thank you all for joining. Welcome to all the new followers. Chaz, good morning as well. You're all very lovely. Apologies for the game letting me down there and that hit scan issue that we was hit registration, you know what I mean? I'd have been flawless without it. Well, I managed to find one story thing in that today. We made a hell of a lot of progress on the hunting and the stuff outside of it, but Jesus, this is tough. Chaz, do you want to know a recap? Take Friday's stream, had a couple of pelts, and I found a body, and that's it. Been a busy day. Right, for now though, love you all, I appreciate it. Welcome to the new followers today. Thank you all for the bits and subs and posts and raids and everything. For now, however, let's go put a crown on somebody's head. Oranges, by the way, won 2 points over the greens last week. That's 3 points gained in the last 2 weeks. So, if we continue this form, we will have caught up to the greens by April. Eric, you are in time. Good morning as well. We thought we heard a moose, but it turns out it was Kitten's stomach rumbling, Chaz. Wait, who were we calling Body Pillar? Eric, good morning. Chaz, good morning. Chaz had a cave named after him, that's true. Right then, marbles. The problem is, I announced at the start of today's stream, the Worm Olympics will start on Monday the 24th. Nobody here needs an explanation of what the Worm Olympics are, right? I think even the most recent super regulars were here for the Worm Olympics. So, if you would like to qualify for said Worm Olympics, which kicks off on the 24th, you need to be in the top 16 point scorers for your team. Now, on the leaderboard in Discord, you will see 2 lines, the green Worm Olympics line and the orange Worm Olympics line. If you are a green and above the green line, you are going to the Worm Olympics. If you are orange and above the orange line, you are going to the Worm Olympics. The hell is it August? Apparently it's August. Oh man, I need to set my alarm that week. I love worms. Well, if you set your alarm for every day Abstractable and get like 6 points, you might qualify and get to get to take part. It's been a fucking difficult qualification period for the greens this year, and the oranges, as usual, don't have enough people to fill the fucking worm. If you're in the Doomhaus Discord and you would like some points, then you must take part in marbles. And the password for today is Arrow. Go. It's August's favourite month, yeah. Alright, we have Abstractable for the greens, who, by the way, wrote that down the fastest, despite probably being the biggest distance away. You people. Reaps for the greens, Cats for the greens, Kelly for the greens. Actually, I suppose Azar and Schmitz and Easy Green and everybody are also the same distance away. Sothan for the greens, Azar for the greens, 12 for the oranges, Eric for the greens, Polar for the greens, Auger for the greens, Keaton for the oranges, Bear for the greens, Neffers for the greens, Chaz for the greens, Satan for the oranges, Schmitz for the oranges, Lundios for the greens, Alcarion for the oranges, Azzy for the oranges, Shaggy Dan for the oranges, Gwynblade for the greens, Monrock for the oranges, Salty for the oranges, and 6-4 for the greens. 24 then. First person to begin to do. We have Abstractable, Reaps, Cats, Kelly, Sothan, Azar, 12, Eric, Polar, Auger, Kit, Bear, Neffers, Chaz, Satan, Schmitz, Lundios, Alcarion, Azzy, Shaggy Dan, Gwynblade, Mindrite, Salty, and 6-4. 9 oranges and 15 greens. 24 marbles enter. Eric says 2. We're going to go on random custom maps. We'll have never played this before. We have not. The level is called Accelerating Abyss Activity with an 11% elimination rate. 24, enter person of the century, the day to the winner. Can the oranges win their 3rd week in a row? 3, 2, 1. No moose today either. We thought we heard one, but it turned out to be a false alarm. It was just a deer that I shot in the ass, and it ran off with my arrow. We've never seen it. Person of the century, the day to the winner. We should start naming streams like this. What, like the? You know what I'll do? I'll do procedurally generated names, Bear, so it'll be like a crusty fireman with an immaculate perineum or whatever. Accelerating abyss activity. Best of luck to everybody. Person of the century of the day. Potential Worm Olympics qualifications. Okay, we've got a fair amount of obstacles that might make a difference. Good luck, team. Come on, oranges. Schmitz looks to be in the lead, but it's a bit difficult because it's hard to know whose angle is best. There's going to be a hell of a lot of greens here, oranges, so we need to do our best this week. Point to me, cute old me, maybe, says Orga. Snoozing ads. Dibs on the win, says Satan. Alright, 2 greens at the moment in the lead. There's a shitload of greens. Satan is the only orange in a sea of green at the top of this table at the moment. Gwynblade's in the lead, though. Oops. It's the only problem, they're hard to film these. Because oftentimes the person that is closest to the hole, which is how you try and find the leader, is not actually in first place. Alright, there we go. Gwynblade for the greens now. Is that a ramp of some description? Cat's got too much spit. Shaggy Dan in 5th. What the fuck was that? The first obstacle that might have made it interesting, and the guy decided, let's just skip it all and skip right to the end. Paula 2nd, Azar 3rd, Chaz 4th, and Shaggy Dan in 5th, most advanced orange. Cats is your person of the century of the day, and the Turkey Doomers have managed to start the week regaining their 50-point lead. However, the Worm Olympics are coming up, so there's 25 points there. If the oranges can sweep the Worm Olympics, maybe there's a potential comeback for us. But oranges sweeping anything, especially the Worm Olympics, is hard to fathom. One obstacle on that course just decides if you've won it or not. But luckily we don't have to play that shit again. Cats is not true Golden Woods, but he's both Golden and Woods. Cats, congratulations. Everybody, congratulations, because we no longer have to see a Golden Sothan. And the scores end with the 50-point gap retained. 147 to 97. Fucking bullshit, stupid shit stream. I never liked it anyway. Right, I'm going to go lay down and pretend I never met you people. Thank you all for joining this afternoon. Welcome to all those that was arriving for marbles. I apologise if I forgot to say that before the rolls. Thank you all for the bits. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the hosts and everything. Mostly, as always, thank you for spending time in this awful place, and I'll see you tomorrow for more. I'm going to be doing an AI run of Bunk with 30 Doomhaus members. Bunk or bonk? GGC, we're getting 10 months when I have to wake up early again. Abstractal, set that alarm for the Worm Olympics. Yeah, right, Worm Olympics is on Monday the 24th. Press 1 if you need the Worm Olympics explained. Otherwise, go fuck off now and look out for people of the Doomhaus that might be streaming right now. Enjoy yourselves, eat well, sleep well. Cats is your person of the century today. The Greens retain their 50-point lead. Chaz is a filthy fucking liar. But for now, Eric, can you give me a final word as I say? Chaz, Bear, Abstractal, Reaps, Augur, Satan, Mindright, Polar, 6-4, Salty, Gwynblade, and everybody else. I love you all. I shall see you all tomorrow. I'll explain the Worm Olympics if Reeves was being genuine, but I don't think he was. The final word for today is this. Not cats. Agreed, Eric.